You guys, welcome back to Kingos, and yes, I'm now back with another video, of course, now, and what I'm talking about today is, should Mason Greenwood be allowed to return to Manchester United, because there has been a lot of talk, and the investigation, apparently I have heard, is coming to an end soon, and we are going to hear something about Mason Greenwood's situation very soon, and if he will be returning to Manchester United or not, and should he be allowed to? I don't know. I see lots of mixed opinions on the whole situation. To be fair, I mean, I've seen quite a few people that want him to come back and saying that he deserves another chance. But then I see loads of other people who don't want to go down that route and don't want to bring him back. And from where I'm looking at it, I kind of see both ways, because obviously Greenwood's charges were dropped, of course. They were dropped a few months ago now, so he wasn't found guilty of anything. So technically, well, he's innocent, isn't he? Because he wasn't found guilty of anything, and he can't be because the charges are now dropped. Obviously, we've heard the audio and everything that's out there. Pictures of his girlfriend are out there, and yeah, I mean it's a real difficult one, because we've now seen that obviously Mason Greenwood and Harriet Robson are now getting married and having a baby. Apparently, that's what all the reports have came out and said. So it's a real weird situation. The charges have been dropped, and I mean, does this lead to Mason Greenwood coming back to Manchester United? Because Ten Hag said a few weeks ago, I think it was about a week ago now, I saw a quote that he said that, he sees ways that Greenwood can fit into the squad. And I mean, obviously, like we all know how great of a player he was when he was at Manchester United, a great, big talent, of course, Mason Greenwood, and was doing great things for Man United. As a Man United fan, do I want him back? I mean, it's a real interesting one, because loads of people don't want him back, but loads of people do, and I can see ways for both stories. Because if you don't want him back, obviously, you've got like quite a lot of evidence which is actually out there, which in these normal cases usually isn't out there. So there's quite a lot of evidence out there that he did it, but other reasons are he wasn't actually found guilty of anything. Um, so so yeah, I see both ways how you can bring him back, but what do Manchester United want to do? Because obviously with Man United, we of course, like do we want to be looked down on like letting someone who's had this whole thing against him come back to the club and play for us? Because I think if Greenwood is to come back to Manchester United, I think there'll be a lot of abuse uh, around him, of course, even though he hasn't been found guilty. But there will be lots of abuse going around him. And will Greenwood even want to come back and face up to all of that? Though that's a big question. Like, I mean, I have heard reports. Obviously, Greenwood would run for a brick wall to come back to Manchester United, but will he actually want to face all of the opposition crowds not being happy with him at all? And that's the thing. And Manchester United have got a lot of things to consider with this whole situation. Obviously, it might look a little bit bad on the club if we do bring him back. Like, overall, like where I'm standing, I don't really mind what we do. If we bring him back, then fine. If we don't, then all right. I honestly don't really mind what we do, but I trust the club to make the decision that they believe is obviously best. And yeah, like we all need to go by it, of course. Obviously, yeah, I do think there'll be a lot of backlash if we do bring him back, though. That's the thing. And there could be loads of people saying it's really harsh if we don't bring Mason Greenwood back. So there's it's a real tough discussion right now, to be fair, of what we are going to do. And I'm really 50-50 on what I think they will do. I honestly don't know what like the board are going to decide to do with this whole situation, to be fair. But it's going to be really interesting to see. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's a real tough one, because obviously, yeah, the charges have been dropped. Nothing against him, so nothing against him anymore. So does he deserve to come back? Obviously, if Mason Greenwood does come back to Manchester United, I think there's many ways that he fits into this Manchester United team. I honestly do. There's many ways that he fits into, and I think he'll be obviously a great addition to the squad if we do bring him back in. 100%. There's no doubt about it. He'll be an amazing addition to have back into the squad, of course. Um, Ways to do this. Obviously, Manchester United have suggested him like doing an interview or something to clear the air on the whole situation, or going to therapy or something. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But the therapy thing's a bit weird though, because we don't know if he is definitely guilty or not though. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what Manchester United decide to do with this whole situation. But I trust the club to make the right decision, what they think's best for them. And as a Man United fan, I will support I definitely will support the decision no matter what. I don't mind if he comes back or if he doesn't, but let's just wait and see what happens with all now, of course. But obviously, it looks like whatever happens, Mason Greenwood and Harry Robson are back on good terms now because they're getting married and all that. So it's a real weird situation. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, King Ols. I'll speak to you on the next one. What do you guys think? Put in the comments anyway. Thanks for watching. Peace out.